Yo, what's going on, guys? All on Reptiles here, and today we're going to be talking about the America Competes Act and the Lacey amendments that have been coming to light in the past week. Before we get into this America Competes Act, we have to go back in time and talk about the Lacey Act. The Lacey Act was an act that blacklisted certain types of animals, which were basically large constrictors like Burmese pythons, reticulated pythons, some types of boas, and weirdly enough, about 200 species of salamanders. But as a lot of you hopefully know, there are this organization called USARK, the U.S. Association of Reptile Keepers, and they are the people that keep all of our animals safe under bills. They go and fight bills, and that's what they did to the Lacey Act. Went to court, and the judge said that the Fish and Wildlife was overstepping their bounds on what they could do to cross state borders. So what's happening with this new America's Compete Act is instead of blacklisting certain animals, it's whitelisting certain animals. And let's get into that. In a few months, I want to breed my gargoyles, Twizzler and Goliath, and if this America Competes Act is passed and gargoyles are not on the whitelist that can't cross state borders, then I would not be able to breed them because it wouldn't be smart for me to have to find owners in where I live, which is Illinois, and if I cross state borders with these or I ship them out, I would be a federal criminal, or if anyone else did. And it's not just reptiles that are going to be affected if this act passes. So in the files of the America Competes Act, it says that all non-domesticated animals like your reptiles, your birds, your anything that isn't domesticated like a dog or a cat, or any cattle or farm animals. So pigs, goats, cows, all of the livestock animals can cross state borders, and with dog and cats. But what if you're a military family and you have to move across state borders for your job? You work for the US government and you have, I don't know, a Burmese python that you've had for 10 years. And you need to move state borders and it's not on that whitelist. You have to get rid of it in some way, give it to someone or something, or you may just have to euthanize it, which just does not seem right. And it just does not seem right that we should be doing this. And if you go to your state senators and call them or email them, please do not go at a hostile tone. Go at a, hey, this act should not be passed, and give your reasons why. Don't go and say, this act is stupid, it's not helping anyone, blah, 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 and you're just escalating the situation and making them feel threatened by you, and then they're going to want that passed even more. So go at them in a calm manner and just say, hey, this is what I think we should do, and can we change this? And then hopefully they will say, oh, sure, and then they will go fight that bill. I've already called my state senators and asked, like, hey, can I, or I have this YouTube channel. I have basically my whole future is with these animals, and if this gets passed, it will put a pretty large dent in what animals I could own and that would be available in my state, because not every animal is available in your state. Like, let's just say you wanted a water monitor and there was nobody actively breeding them in your state. Well, then you just can't get that animal if they're not on the whitelist, which would be very frustrating, and for local reptile shops and stuff like that, that would not work for them. They need those animals to sell and make money. That's how business works. So just call your state senator up and ask, hey, can we fight this bill and not get it passed? And also US ARC, if you want to donate, there will be a link in the description for it. Just a few dollars goes a long way because they are the ones that are primarily fighting for our rights to keep these animals. It has already gotten through one stage of the multi-step equation to pass an act or a law, so we're getting close to being just the president to veto it. And I'm not going to voice my opinion on the president, but I think if it gets to that point, we have a 50-50 chance it gets vetoed or not, which I really hope it does, but I think we can stop it at a much earlier point. So I love these animals. These are my life and my joy. And I don't think the government should be able to take away our rights to travel across state borders. And not only will this affect the breeding side of animals, this will also hurt the endangered species that people are trying to breed. I know Chandler's Wildlife, he wants to breed his crocodiles that are pretty or close to endangered. But if these animals can't cross state borders, they're going to run out of bloodlines in Florida and in other states, so it would just be almost inbreeding, and it just would not be smart. But if we could cross state borders, we could get a larger bloodline, more genetics, better genetics, and hopefully save species that are starting to go in danger. What do you think? Do you think this is just a stupid act that should not be passed? I think there are some good parts to this bill, but I've done a ton of research on this, and there's just not much that is great about this bill. There are some good things, but also most of them are negative. Also, if you want to support me, link in the description for my merch. I will be coming out with more soon. If you want to get some just like that, you can go on my store and, excuse me, ow. Alright, I guess I'm finishing this video off like this. I'm all around reptiles, and I will see you on the next video.